So today we're going to do my book makeup challenge for the month of May, where I do a makeup inspired look based off of the book cover that I read that's like my favorite of the month basically. So this is technically cheating because I read this book right at the end of April, but I did not include it in my video last month or my channel members because I finished it after I'd already recorded my April videos. So this is the book that we are going to be using as inspiration. It is the Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Yes, I know this is a YA book and it's a silly book, it is, but it got me. I really enjoyed it. So we're gonna do a makeup inspired look based off of this. I've already done makeup inspired looks off of all the rest of the books that I read this month for my channel members, and they will be able to see that too as little bonus content. So if you wanna see that, you can go have a look. This is where we're gonna end up, so let's see how we get there. So I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm still a bit sick. I'm quite a bit sick, actually. I feel worse today than I have all week. But we're here, I'm persevering. I got a little bit of more energy from my tea that was kindly made for me this morning and also some toast. So I'm just gonna play with some makeup and you're gonna follow me. Anyway, if you don't care about books, this is absolutely fine. You can still watch me do my makeup. I've done a tiny bit of a base. I've gone into a mixture of the Maybelline Superstay and also the Glamshop Light Coverage Foundation. So I've mixed those two together a little bit just because I'm kind of losing my tags. I haven't been outside in a while. And I have primed my eyes with the Beauty Bay eye base primer. I'm just trying to finish it before I go into anything else. So I think with this book, especially with this cover, I know there's different covers in different countries. I definitely want to do that arch on my lids. So I'm going to have to cut crease probably a couple of times. I don't know how I'm going to do this, if I'm any good at this, but I think we're going to start with white. It does look a little bit off-white. I could very well go into my Peach Perfect palette because I am trying to hit pan on this shade right here, which is more of a yellow. Maybe I should do that because it doesn't look very white to me. I thought white, maybe we can incorporate white somewhere else. But this one I'm going to put all over the lids and then we'll just go with it. Because obviously any chance I can get to go into this shade, which is called Peaches and Cream, I'm going to take it. So I'm going to put this pretty far up because I want to have quite a lot of space for that arch. And yeah, this is what we're going to do. So, look, I don't think I've ever read from Stephanie Garber, but I picked this up and I was very proud of myself because I didn't buy all the rest of the series. There's two other books in this trilogy, and then there's 3 books. They're like 3 books of their own that are part of the same world that you're supposed to read before you read this one. So I didn't read those. I just read this one and I thought this, I technically think this is like a popcorn read. It's a typical, let's think of a movie that you really like watching. It's silly. It might be comical, it might not be, maybe it's a silly horror one and it's just not to be taken seriously, but it's entertaining. Like this book was so entertaining to me, it's not to be taken seriously at all. Is it the best written book? Absolutely not. I even found some issues with the writing in this book, but I thoroughly enjoyed it when I read it. So I was like, oh, this is, it's not as good as Rouge from April. April, by far, I read a lot of good books, and so there was no way it was going to beat Rouge if you watch that video. But out of all the books that I read this month, it's better than those. And I read it right at the end of April, so I thought, oh, let me just tie it into the May reads, as a little sneaky thing, because I did give it 5 stars. I did give another book in the books that I read this month 5 stars, but I think this one was just a little bit more entertaining. All right, that really didn't give us too much color, but what I'm going to do is I don't really want to do this pink border here. I think, or do I? Because if I do, I've done the wrong thing. I mean, if I do that, then I gotta do a layer of pink, then I have to cut my crease, do some yellow, then cut my crease and do white. Let's do that. And then it's pink on the lids and we will do some sparkles. I do not want this just to be a matte look because I've been doing a lot of matte looks, surprisingly, and I have not been hating them. but I do want to go into I do want to go into some shimmer today. All right, so I think the closest pink that I have is in my Sorbety palette from Glamshop, and it's going to be this one. I do have other pinks, but I just think this one is still not perfect, but I think I'm going to start with this one, and maybe I'll add something else after it. I realize I don't have that many pinks in my collection. But anyway, this book is kind of fun because there are basically immortals in this world, and they're all based off of the playing cards and a deck of cards. So in this book in particular, you have the Jack of Hearts, and he is a heartbreaker, and they all have curses. They're like fated. They have like, they're called fates or something. I can't remember, but they're all these basically immortal beings, right? In this world. Again, it's one of these fantasy books. You have to just believe it, take it at face value, and not question things, right? This book is silly. This book is silly. But I really liked that aspect of it. It kind of reminded me, obviously, of Alice in Wonderland, and obviously with like the Queen of Hearts and everything. And the series that you're supposed to read before this, or like a companion series, is the Caraval series. So I like this book so much, I went and bought all the books. So I have all the books behind me. Some of the videos that you might be able to see them. They're like stacked there. I haven't read them yet, but anyway. So in this particular book, we're following this girl who is not immortal, but there is something special about her. There is something special about her, and she goes and kind of prays to the gods. And the god that she goes and prays to is the Jack of Hearts. And for reasons I can't remember, they're like all frozen in time or something, and they're statues, but actually they're not. They suddenly come back to the world. I can't really remember. I read it a month ago. I can't remember. Again, it's all silly, so like I don't remember all those little details right now. But she is in love with this other guy, and he ends up being bewitched by her stepsister and basically betraying our main girl, and they're about to get married. So she goes and prays to the Jack of Hearts for him to stop the wedding, and he stops the wedding, but at what cost? He's a Jack of Hearts. He is a trickster. That's basically his character. And also he has a curse where any girl that he kisses, if she is not his true love or his soulmate, she will die from the kiss. So his kisses are fatal basically until he meets the love of his life. Is it going to be this girl? We don't know. They never kiss in the book. It is a little bit of a slow burn. It's a little bit of romance. I kind of like the banter. I just felt like a little schoolgirl reading this book. It is young adult, but honestly, I just felt like, oh, this is so cute, kicking my little feet. I felt like a little idiot watching. And that's, yeah. A lot of stuff happens in this book. It goes on a little bit of a ride. I did not expect it. I thought this was going to be like a little 3-star, silly romantasy book, and it is, but I just ate it up, so I gave it a 5-star because it's just so much fun, but there's a lot of writing issues with it. Okay, so we kind of have our pink down. It's not quite as bold and as dark as I really wanted it. I'm wondering if I should go in and deepen it up, but I just don't feel like I have a pink that matches it completely. I don't know. What happened to all my pinks? I should have kept my Beauty Bay Berries palette. I had that little 9-pan palette, and I never wanted to keep it, and I didn't. And now look, I need it, but no, I don't need pink. Okay, so it's a little lighter than what I wanted, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna cut the crease, and we are going to go in with, because there's a little bit of yellow there now. Guys, why do you let me do these silly little videos? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a makeup artist. I just see everyone do these gorgeous looks, and I'm like, oh, I could do that. I'm going to try to do that. And I fail miserably. Oh my goodness. But anyway, it's fine. It's all for fun, right? So it's not a super sharp cut. Honestly, I didn't do that very neatly. And probably shouldn't be using my fingers at this point, but it's also, I used the Wet n Wild concealer that I'm trying to finish, and it's pretty thick. It's probably not the best thing to put on my eyelids, honestly, at this point, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna go into some yellow, and it's more like a murky yellow. So maybe, surely I have a yellow. Maybe we'll go into my Sample Beauty because they do have this one or this one. I think I'm gonna go to that one because I think it's more of a, like a actual yellow. Maybe we'll be a little bit more precise and go with a smaller brush this time. But yeah, I watch so many people do these intricate looks and I'm like, ah, I could do that. And then I'm here and I'm like, no, Gabby, stick in your own lane. But you know what? We're just gonna have fun. And is this eye shape gonna really suit me? Probably not, but it's fine. We are going with it. I might go back into a smaller brush just to tidy up that pink maybe. Now that we're here, we have a little bit of a shape going. I'm quite liking this color. This is called Stripping. And I think it's quite a nice, it's a nice yellow. Oh, and that Wet n Wild concealer. Ew. Ew, my lids look gross. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I actually have a white in this palette, so we're just gonna stick with the Sample Beauty because there is a really good white right here. Okay, so again, I wanna be a little bit more precise with this. Oh no, is this gonna show up? Doesn't look like it's gonna show up. It's not gonna show up, hold on. I'm just going to, I think I'm just gonna remove all of this. I don't think I need it. I think I'm just gonna put that down again. You know, I still have my Gloss Gods eye base, which is a pure white. Maybe I'll use a tiny bit of that. Maybe it will come in handy because I have not got rid of it yet. It's actually just sitting right next to me, this thing, which I did declutter, and I used it in my declutter video. And you saw it is absolutely astonishingly white. But for this, I have to be careful because I don't want it to go all the way up to the top. I think it's going to be perfect for what I need because I want this to be really white, right? So maybe I will keep this. Okay, so we're going to do that. I still want this to look pretty. How am I going to make this look pretty? Okay, what do we think of that? Now what? Now what do we do? Let's just put maybe some more of this pink on my lids and put like a nice, beautiful shimmer. I think let's do that. So I don't want to do too much, but I want to put it mostly just on the lid area. But obviously still keep that white. I think the problem is I don't have that white high enough to be able to see, because that pink and that yellow should have been a lot neater and thinner for this to really work. Yeah, any shimmer I lay down is going to hit that yellow, so it's really not going to work this look, but whatever, it's fine, it's fine. What should we use? The Lovers has quite a pretty pink in it. It's got this one up here that is an interesting flippy one. Maybe I'll use this one because that's very pretty. I don't really think I'll need to use the NYX glitter glue with this, honestly, so I'm just going to lay it down on top of what I've already done. Oh, this is stunning. Yeah, you definitely lose that white. I do not know how to do these looks whatsoever. I'm wondering if I should do some stars. All right, so I do have a yellow that I could use for stars, or I do have this one where I might do some dots. You see how like on that arch, it has like dots? I might like dot something around each of these arches and then maybe do 1 or 2 stars. And then this is where it's gonna go all wrong, trust me. This is not gonna go my way, but let's do it anyway. Okay, so we're just gonna do some dots like that. Oh, kind of fun. Okay. I know they're not perfect circles. The brush that I grabbed is a little awkward. Well, I'm kind of bummed that we've lost that white. You really can hardly see that white there, but it is what it is. Okay, I think that's so much fun. I think that's fun. Maybe I will. I don't think I'm going to do any stars because I'll probably ruin it knowing me. So I think this is so much fun. Should we just leave it at that and like keep it quite easy? I'm kind of losing my nerve now. Unless I want to try to do a star in my inner corner. Could I even do that? Do I know how to do that? I don't know how to do that. We could try. We could try. Oh my gosh, look at that. Who do we think we are? Now I have to mirror it. Oh my gosh, look at me. What have I done? I didn't even put concealer on. How am I going to do concealer now? All right, guys, here is the final look. A little wild and crazy, yes, but I don't know, I kind of enjoy it. Obviously the star is kind of silly, right? But it is what it is. Is it the right colors? Probably not, but I don't know. It's fun. And this book was kind of fun. I think it works with the book if you've read the book. And what else am I supposed to do with this cover? It's a hardcover to copy, so I kind of like did the arch, and yeah, maybe I failed, but whatever. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of the video. If you want me to keep doing these, I do enjoy them, but they do get the least amount of views, or they definitely are the type of video that not most people want to watch. But if you enjoyed the video, let me know, and I will try to bring it back for next month. I have not been reading that much, but you know, it is what it is. If you want me to talk more about the books next time, that's absolutely fine. I don't know. I'm trying to do like a combination of the two because I know some people really couldn't care less about the book and then some people are interested. So anyway, let me know what you would have done with the makeup look, if it kind of works or if it doesn't work at all. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.